Hey guys, it's Miss Soldani here. Pretty much a rinse and repeat of what you guys did Monday because you didn't get really far from it, and I had 2 people out of 2 classes actually turn in something, and they still didn't get all of it done. So reviewing this, and hopefully you guys will finish it, or else it just becomes homework. So dilemmas and moral dilemmas. Remember that a dilemma is a conflict where both sides of it, both solutions or all of the alternatives that are available have consequences. So you could do this, but this will happen, or you could do this and this will also happen. So you're riding the bull's horns of a dilemma. You can't really pick a side to choose from because it's all just going to be horrible anyways. Moral dilemma is different. It's still a dilemma. However, what makes it a moral dilemma is that the 2 alternatives are actually moral issues, like whether to lie to somebody or to tell them the truth and risk revealing something that someone else wants kept secret, or to return something that may pose danger to somebody else. So a lot of different little things that you believe. It violates your beliefs to go one way, but the alternative is just equally as bad. So you guys are tracking dilemmas and moral dilemmas in Mr. Perzada Came to Dine. You should have at least read the first few pages. If not, you were seriously slacking yesterday and you need to get on that. In order to help you guys kind of just visualize and keep track of things, I recommended the notes. So if you forgot how to do Cornell notes, there's a video for that. You can either ask me to download it onto a jump drive, or you can go to the YouTube channel and it's in several of your playlists. Visual notes, you guys have a QR code and a website for Sketcho-Frenzy. And it's our direct website, not the one I messed up on for my YouTube channel. So you really have no excuse for not knowing these things. And of course, I can download it onto a jump drive. So you can do Cornell notes, where you track maybe some of the characters, the events that's going on. You can do T-chart notes, where you either draw your images as you're writing and then write maybe a few words in order to explain, or you take written notes and then draw a few pictures off to the side to kind of illustrate and explain. So you can do that, or you can do visual notes, which is just straight up images with a few words across the page. So there are a couple ways you can keep track of this story. You can use the bubble map that you were working on when you were outlining your short stories. So there's a lot of options for keeping track of the story. The one thing I did want you guys to go back and look at were the dilemmas. So what problem does Lilia face? Is it a dilemma? What about Mr. Perzada? What's going on in his life that is causing so much pain and so many issues? Also, there's the issue with India and Pakistan. There's a civil war, a lot of people dying that didn't need to, people being forced from their homes. Once prosperous people were now forced into poverty, and all that mess. And then, of course, you have the conflict between Indian culture, so Lilia's Indian culture and American culture. So she is learning absolutely nothing about herself or her country, or her country of origin, in her American schools. And in fact, when she kind of steps outside of that and starts looking into Pakistan, she is strongly reprimanded. So there are a lot of different conflicts that could potentially be dilemmas and even potentially be moral dilemmas. So these are things that you guys should be looking on. So I want you guys to look at how they're introduced. Very first thing in that exposition introduces a dilemma very directly. And then I want you guys to kind of track how it's developed. What events kind of push that dilemma along or push the characters to make a decision either way. So you will not get to the resolution of that dilemma probably tomorrow if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but you should be looking at how it's building. All right? So moral dilemmas and dilemmas, I gave you a few cheats. I told you the conflicts to look at. There are other ones that you could be looking at too, but we'll start with the basics. Now, the short answer response. I wanted you guys to pick one of those dilemmas. So pick one of the dilemmas and tell me how it was introduced and how it was developed. So you're just talking about one of them. And tell me whether or not it was a moral dilemma and how. So how did it, cause a conflict with a person's beliefs, personal beliefs. Now, if you did everything you were supposed to do, so you got your notes, and you tracked your dilemmas and moral dilemmas, and then you did that short answer response, the world is your oyster. You can be working on work for other classes, you can be reading, I can allow a few students to go behind my desk and grab a book, as long as it's put back, and sit in the reading area. So that's what's up. And I will see you guys on video on Wednesday, so when you guys come in again, and I will see you for reals, frill on Thursday. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.